Good evening and welcome to episode 3 of Rising to the Top with Ebbsfleet. So, exciting news for one thing. Tonight we are going to go into our first live comm, and that is going to be in a match against Exeter, as I mentioned at the end of the last video. Now, before we go on to the match, what I'm going to show you is, my current region setup for under 18s. These are all the kids that I've been able to pull through the youth academy so far, and I'm working on developing them currently, which is what the notes are for right there. Each one of them is being trained in a specific attribute, and I've just changed a couple of those a few moments ago, right before I started recording. So now, one kid that I'm definitely looking forward to the most, it would be Tyler Smiley actually if he had higher composure, but I think I'm most excited about Somerville here because he's got 11 composure already. He can work on his finishing and he can get a lot better with that. I have exclusively trained him on strength, and he's improved from 7 to 10 in about a year or so, a year and a half. Steady, very steady growth on one attribute, not to mention, but it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. Liam Brook is another kid I'm potentially excited about. He's already got mental, physical attributes for a kid of his age. And yes, I meant to say crazy, but I said mental instead. Now, his actual mental attributes: good work rate, good flair, okay determination. He's a little more aggressive, which wouldn't hurt in that right wing position as long as he's not reckless. So, Grant Brooks, he could be a decent goalkeeper. We'll see how that turns out. And Simon Ford, he was that other kid that I was looking at potentially bringing in, but see either one of these two or Tyler Smiley. So Smiley, Farmer, or Ford are not ready, and their last names could actually make up a sentence: Smiley, Farmer, Ford. On a little more serious note, we're gonna move on towards the next match right after I cover the tactical setup I'm using. So I ran out of names for my tactics, so I opted to call this the British Barca because it's based on Barcelona's fluidity and play style. So for a club that's playing in last year's Krill South and now Conference, this is a little bit of an overkill. I mean, they might be as good as Barcelona at this level, if you know what I mean, comparison-wise for competition within their ranks. But at any rate, this is my primary tactic, my formation that I will use, and the set of instructions as well that I will use against opponents where we are either favored or heavily favored to win. So that's obviously very attacking, and I'll go over my instructions. This is based on retaining possession of the ball right here and slow, patient build-up, which is to go along with lower tempo. We're trying to exploit the flanks because the wing-backs will actually look to push forward and support the wingers on the side. We'll look for overlap to try and create space, which you evidenced in a few replays from last season and the last couple of videos. And you're only about to see more of it live. And we're pushing the defense much higher up to create an opportunity to set a good offside trap. So it's worked so far. It's worked for a little longer than a season straight, and we've had some pretty impressive results using a formation like this. Now, my set of instructions for the other tactics is pretty much identical with a few tweaks. So basically what I'm aiming at is using one system for every single formation that I'm using. There's one single system with a couple of minor additions and subtractions to it that should help accommodate the team mentality a little better. So next up, the control version of the tactic, and the last one is going to be counter, but I'll get to that. This is basically a flat 4-4-2, as you can see. Now, worthy thing to note is that West will push way higher up outside of his position, while MacArthur will actually sit a little bit further back. So we've got a little bit of imbalance on the sides there because there's a lot of support on one side and not enough on the other, which is why Sanderson right here, usually when I play this formation, this is how I line up. MacArthur is an excellent advanced playmaker. That's his natural role as well. And, well, actually, no. His natural role is an enganche, or enganche, up here. Again, he is going to be class, if not world class, in about 4 or 5 years from now. So, only time will tell. Hopefully I can hang on to him for a while. Now, with that being said, considering the fact that he's signed a new contract and he's continuing to improve on every single level, hopefully he'll want to stick around. Now, with the strike partnership, I look to go with an advanced forward and a poacher, or a target man and a poacher up front. This gets changed based on the opposition. Usually it just remains the way you see it right now, though. And defense partnership, stopper cover, which I haven't used since FM13, to be perfectly honest with you. The reason being is in FM14 I found it not nearly as effective as it used to be. So, and finally the wing backs, as I covered with this tactic right here, they're set to defend, but they'll still push up and create more opportunities for us down the flanks. Now, third. This is our counter formation, and this is, well, it's a weird shape, but that's not what I was going for. Essentially, it's a Christmas tree sort of shape, but it's essentially it's essentially a 1-5-2-1-1 is what I would call it if I had to put numbers to it. The one acting primarily as a sweeper. He's not a libero. That's the key thing to notice right there, because a libero would be given more freedom to roam outside this position and possibly push up and attack, creating more opportunities down the middle, or if he runs out wide. But with the sweeper set the way he is, his primary job is going to be defending. He's just going to stay back, negate any opportunities that come his way, and these two guys will drop down to help him out. So, the one time that I've used this formation, we've actually come away with a good result, which was 1-0 against a team that we weren't supposed to win against. Who was that? I think it was right here. Nope. Where was it? I know it was a 1-0 win. Might have been the Aldershot game. Nope, forget it. Now, one thing I promised back in the first video that I haven't actually done is show the first goal from our absolutely amazing wonder kid. Everybody give a round of applause for our newest star, Kynan MacArthur. Oh, apparently I can't show highlights from last season. Well, that kind of sucks. I'm sure I can. Just have to go into the match. Just give me 1 sec here. Yep, there we go. His first goal ever comes on a tap-in. And there is the birth of the next superstar. And with that being said, we're going to continue on to get to our next match. As I was saying at the beginning again, everybody's coming in for Coombs. Now, I've offered him a new contract. He's been mulling it over for about a month and a half. There's still been no movement on that, and that's because he knows other parties are interested in him. He's waiting to see how this is gonna go. If we don't get promoted, he's more than likely gonna leave. See, Hull made a bid for him, 104,000. I'm gonna be kidding me. Assignments are finished. I'll take a look at that later. No, did he just leave? I lost the regen right before our first live comm. Well, this is gonna sting. To a team who's 9th in the championship too. Oh. I can't believe this. I'm actually furious with the board now. Okay. I know I don't sound like it. This is going to hinder us, but we've got Jones, who's also another up-and-coming prospect. He's probably better than Coombs anyways, but I'm still saddened to see him go. He could have achieved so much more with us. As usual, MacArthur's going to play on the right. And I'll give Jamie Tank a run out like I promised. Dejan Iliev will start in net. We'll give Delano Sam York a shot. Okay, but it's on key highlights already, so that's usually the way I play my game. Now, with the lineup they've decided to go with, Pyman Net, Ribeiro, Lacey, Grant, Harris, Cumberton, and thanks for interrupting me here. Of course, frickin' Sam Delano York, or whatever his name is gonna get injured right away. Then Law, Sercom, Thomas, and I got interrupted again. There have apparently been no highlights, and this is a shitty live comm for a first one. Hopefully we'll see a goal soon. So there's Deegan. McMahon is injured, so I'm gonna pull him out. I guess I gotta put on Anthony Cook. Not that I don't like him, but he's naturally a winger or a wide midfielder. That passing, just absolutely incredible. There's Sanderson. Penalty, come on. Oh my god. Good one. Gonna push them up on overload. I normally don't do this. Shoot on sight. Pump ball into box. Oh! Chance! Sheringham! He does it again. What can I say? So it took us 83 minutes, but we got the goal. Now I did just switch them to overload, which could cause some problems. Who knows, maybe we can pick up another one. There's Grant with the header. Nice one by Sheringham, but he actually gives it away there. I'm gonna say atrocious. And they miss. This could be it. This could be the win that I was waiting for in my first live comm. And it is. We won 1-0. Fairly uneventful match, but a win is a win. And I am just going to tell them we got away with that, but in reality we should be a lot better. I have a nasty habit of skipping right through the post-match, so I'm going to take a look at the stats again. Absolutely dominated possession, and we were better than them in every sense of the way. We got what we deserved here. A win, and I couldn't be happier with that right now. So, with all that being said, again, thank you for tuning in, and if you like the content, please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you back for the next one.